Welcome to your daily focus for February the 14th, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Send it right back to you. You guys rock. I love you. We have the 14 energy today. The 14 energy is about bringing in the true balance for you and you alone. Understanding what combinations of things in your life, when everything is going right, is just perfect for you. And it may not be perfect for everybody. Chances are it's not. It's your own personal recipe. The 14 energy is having more by having less, understanding what weighs us down, what burdens us, what we no longer need, no longer has a value in our life. 1 plus 4 is a 5, so we are working towards joy, happiness, giggles, laughter, even romance. If we do the numerology of the day, it is the 13 energy. The 13 energy, sometimes things happen, and it's how we respond to what happens that really makes the difference in our life. Many times with the 13, it doesn't seem to be all that wonderful, all that beautiful at the present time, but it evolves. It moves you towards a path. It moves you towards a place that you need to be in order to go forward. Now, 1 plus 3 is a 4, so it's about creating our foundation, strengthening our foundation, bringing in a balance. So by making sure that we're strong in our spirituality, we're strong in our daily habits, we're strong in our well-being, we're strong in our family relationships, love, we are strong in career, in to the proportion that we want to be, that feels right for us. We're not working too much or laying on the couch and Netflix binging too much, or we're not staying up late, we're not or too late. We're not hitting the snooze button repeatedly. Worst thing you can do for yourself. You really want to feel tired? Hit the snooze button. Seriously, because you don't get to that deep sleep again, and that's what your body is craving. So these little hiccups actually makes you more tired than if you just set the alarm for a half an hour later, if you know you're going to need to hit that snooze button. Get that extra half hour of deep sleep rather than hitting that snooze button. You will feel all the better for it. And before you go to bed, the little trick is, I'm going to get 5 whole hours of sleep tonight. Gosh, I'm going to feel great. And maybe by the time I get home, I might want a nap. But I know that I'm going to wake up. It's just going to be enough. I'm going to have that deep sleep. 5 hours, boom, I'm going to be back running, whatever it might be for you. So I'm kind of using my life for an example. So if everything goes right now, we'll have 5 hours or so sleep, which will be fine. Well, I'll feel ambitious and I'll feel energetic, and probably by the time I come home, I'll just want to close my eyes for a little bit. Sun is in Aquarius. Moon. I believe by the time most of us get up, Moon will be in Leo. So we're more expressive, we're more outgoing. We kind of have this fire about us. And especially when we are working with relationships and people in our lives. I believe by supper time tonight, Mercury will have crossed back into Aquarius because it went retrograde back into Capricorn. Now it's back in Aquarius. So we are hungry for knowledge. We'll find this, that we are hungry for knowledge. We want new, original ideas. We want to think outside the box. So now we have the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn. And Saturn is, the planner, the organizer, the strategist, you have to do the right thing. You have to do the honorable thing. You have to complete the task. You have to meet your responsibilities kind of energy. And when it's in Aquarius, you kind of get that, but we can push it outside the box a little bit this way and that way, and see how that goes. We can experiment. There's more flow, rather than a strict rule or a doctrine that we need to follow in order to get from A to B. That we can allow for things to come in and come out. We can allow for ourselves to expand more in one place than we originally expected, or pull back in another, where we thought we were just going to push forward through. And Pluto. Pluto, something about the nodes. So we may... Pluto and the nodes. It's like long-lasting changes or complete overhauls in who we are and what we're doing. And it'll last for a little bit of time. It's not a quick-moving transit by any stretch of the imaginations with the nodes and Pluto. So we don't be shocked if you start really looking at overhauling your life in some way. And you know what? It's funny because over the last 24 hours, I'm really looking at overhauling my life in many ways. And one of the benefits, if I go through with this, I mean, I have to, cross my T's, dot my I's, so to speak, but I'll have more time for you guys. Maybe we can do the weeklies and monthlies or the love focuses that I used to do. Wouldn't that be great? So maybe open myself up to private readings again online. So that's all part of the package. A little teaser there for you. And know that we're moving towards a full moon, so it is a time to start new things and step into new things, or see at least what we need to or want to step into. And then we'll go into that full moon energy, and it'll be a whole bunch of releasing things that we already know is in our way, preventing our path forward in the way we want. And we start to work right away on those things when that happens. So how beautiful and wonderful is that for us? So new moon energy still, so do your new moon affirmations, absolutely. And since we have that 4 energy where we want the balance, we want to be grounded, I have the chakra meditation, which will bring your body into balance very quickly. It's very short. It's not professionally done or anything, it's me. I don't edit, I don't do that stuff. So imagine, us sitting at your kitchen table or something, and I ask you to close your eyes and just do a couple of things. So. But I'm doing it myself because I find it to be very, and the more often you do it, like if you do it daily, you will start to feel this charge within you, this confidence building, this knowing in you. As you start to clear those chakras, as you start to let the energy flow through your body again. Being the narrative of that. Okay, let's get to the cards, shall we? The 5 of Cups. Now I'm going to go to Bruce Lee here. It's funny because I had the 5 of Cups and I thought there's something different about this card. And then I listened to the audiobook I'm listening to, Bruce Lee, The Warrior Within. It's not written by Bruce Lee, but it's Bruce Lee. For direction and spirituality, and he is not letting me down at all. So he talks about sometimes we get our cup full, but it's the wrong information. We're so sure we know it all that we don't even want to look outside the lines of the box. We want to keep that glass ceiling around us. We want to keep our blinders on because we already know it all. We don't need to know more. We're good. He says, and that can be your worst enemy, is thinking that you already know it all, that you become inflexible. So kick over that cup and take a new staircase into learning knowledge. Take it back to the basics, perhaps. Understand it in a new way, a new light. So this is typically where we're looking at our failures, where our potentially what we think are our failures, what we messed up, what we should have said, what we didn't do. And we can really beat ourselves up quite easily when this card comes out in the first position. We can go right down that rabbit hole and we can just have a pity party for ourselves the whole day. So remember to yell stop in your mind when you catch those thoughts happening, because we need to look at those full cups. We need to understand that we need to be projecting our focus on what we want to fill those cups with. We have the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Cups. This is the gratitude card. This is being thankful for what you already have to work with. Thankful for being alive. Thankful for having your eyesight, your hearing, all your limbs working. You give thanks for the things that are in your life, and they can be material things, they can be people, or the certain environments. Maybe you are giving thanks for that aha moment that you can start to work towards. And in my situation, it was a wake-up call. It was like a never thought that would happen kind of experience. And rethinking, do I really want to be in that environment? And the answer is really no, I don't want to be in that kind of environment. So now I'm making plans to move myself out of that environment. But if that didn't happen, I probably just would have went day in, day out with my full cup saying, I'm just fine. I know it all. I'm good. And so in many ways, I need to be very grateful for that moment of awareness, of that aha moment, of that transaction, that situation, that kind of rocked my boat a little bit and said, hey, wake up here. What's going on? And do you want this in your life? So give it thought, think it through, and yes, be grateful. Be grateful for the small things in your life. Be grateful that you have dirty dishes, because that means that you had people to enjoy the meal with, that you had enough money to buy the food, that you have running water to clean the dishes, and you have a cupboard that you can put your dishes away in. So take that negative experience, negative thing in your life, and turn it into the positive and be grateful that it's there, because it makes you who you are. It allows you to be a unique, beautiful individual. And so celebrate that, and celebrate you, and celebrate all that you are happy for. And the Six of Pentacles, so we have a 4, 5, and 6. So it goes 5, 4, 6. We need to make sure our relationships in balance. Are we giving more of ourselves than we are receiving? Are we holding back and not giving enough of ourselves? Are we allowing somebody else to make all the decisions? Are we taking control and making the decisions? Do we need to let the other person make those decisions? And some people are around us, and it's always their hand seems to be out until you ask them to do something. Then their hands go in their pocket really fast. It's like the chicken that was going to bake the bread. And she says, well, first we've got to go and pick the corn and pick the wheat and thrash the wheat. And, well, nobody showed up for that. So everyone was, oh, you're going to make bread. Yay. Love baked bread. Oh, I do love baked bread with butter melted on it. Oh, so good. Anyways, then a little bit later, they said, is the bread ready? The chicken said, no, the bread isn't ready. First, we have to pound it all down into a flour so I can bake. And all of a sudden, everybody disappeared. And there she was alone. Broke it all down into flour. And they'd come around, is the bread ready? Is the bread ready? Well, no, now I got to get the firewood and get the ovens hot to bake the bread. And oh, everybody's gone again. But when they showed up the last time and said, is it ready? She said, oh, yes, it is. And everybody who helped me gets some. And then she turned around and closed her door, went inside and enjoyed her bread. So beware of those people in your life that are only showing up to have a slice of the bread, that aren't willing to support you, to help you in some way, just love you, maybe. Maybe that's all you need, is just knowing that somebody there loves you. Make sure you're not giving more of yourself than you're getting in return. This is truly about making sure our relationship's in balance. And maybe we need to have conversations. You know, Mercury going into Aquarius, we're thinking about new ways of approaching old problems. We're looking for those new ideas. So maybe there's been something that in your relationship that you've always wanted to talk about and bring it out in the open. You just never knew how. Mercury in Aquarius will help you. And we've walked through this part of our life before. So it's probably something that is already going on. And now you are getting clarity and understanding, and you know what words to use, how to communicate, so that things work towards your advantage. Okay. Potential. Think big for your future. Potential. We've got Mercury going into Aquarius again, so our ideas, our thoughts will come alive. They'll have a little bit of fantasy, but when Mercury is in Aquarius, we are also very good at being able to say, that's too much emotion in that decision, that's too much intellect in that decision, I'm thinking about it too hard, I'm being too logical, or I'm taking too big of a risk, I've got to back it down a little bit. I've got to turn down the dial. But we do have that potential, and it's about your potential, and it's about growing your potential or seeing the potential within you, and then growing the dream big. Because the more you learn about yourself and your potential, the more confidence you have in taking that step, and that next step, and the step after that. So right now we have creative and mental powers that will carry great potential for us. So make plans to expand your horizons, and they will be underway, and everything will be progressing steadily. Think and plan outside your limitations. Remain open-minded. There are more possibilities and opportunities than you can see right now. This could be study, a business venture, travel. Be ready to take on the challenges with a think big attitude. Empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. The mantra is, my visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. So my visions and goals makes me step outside the box, makes me color outside the lines. I take a risk on me because I build my confidence with that self-knowing that I've got this, that I can do it. And we'll get an animal. So it's beautiful, strong energy today for us, isn't it? Of seeing our potential, of understanding our potential, of being able to take a risk on ourselves. So kick over that cup, perhaps, of the way you've been walking your walk. And say, what can I do differently? What can I do new? What can I do exciting? What do I need to take away that really weighs me down? I don't even like it. And still I do it because I feel I must. Our animal today is, look at this, see the beauty all around you. Absolutely see the beauty all around you. And you know what? We never looked at the bottom card, so we're going to do that now. Oh, look at that, the Ace of Swords, the aha moment, the epiphany. I say no more. I didn't look, I promise you. This is the aha moment. This is the epiphany. This is the understanding, the knowledge that comes in for you to go forward in a brand new way, with a brand new step, with a brand new lightness, with a brand new sense of adventure, or opportunity, or love, or courage, or strength, or confidence. Okay, we'll go back to see the beauty around you with the beautiful swan. So partnerships, beauty, grace, elegance, and partnerships. So relationships are extra important today. I've said relationships a couple of times, but now we've got the key words. Partnership is mentioned at the beginning, at the end, and the end. That is no print error. That is double awareness, please, when it comes to your relationships and where you want to grow them, where you want to change them, where you want to manifest a whole new relationship, maybe with a whole new group of people. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dreams that you wish will come true. The swan is often associated with the transition from the ugly duckling into the beautiful swan. In this message, Swan wants you to know that you have been beautiful since the moment of your conception. Your spirit is something that people find beautiful. Swan wants to remind you that you are loved very much. Swan tells you to look deeper within and around yourself and see the beauty all around you. It can be simple things like a flower blooming on the side of the road, a smile from a stranger. Know that beautiful surrounds you and is within you. You may be doubting your love relationship. Swan reassures you that your partnership is strong. If you're not in a love relationship, this is an indication that a long-lasting and beautiful relationship may be right in the very next pond. Until we meet again, remember, happy Valentine's Day. I love you.